Wondering if thousands of miles away the sky's just as blue. It's as if I'm stuck in yesterday when I'm thinking of you.
Hi everyone, this is Ideza Halbona and today I will discuss about the teacher being a curricularist.
Hey everybody, how are you? I bet online class is exhausting, right? But we have no choice. We need to think over our safety first before anything else. Let's just pray and hope that this crisis will end very soon. Today, I will discuss about the teachers being a curricularist. Before proceeding to the main discussion, let us first check the objectives. First, reflect on the significance of the teacher's role as a curricularist towards the development of the curriculum. Second, analyze real situations that show the teacher's role as a curricularist. And third, evaluate the various attributes and roles of a teacher upon being considered as a curricularist in school and in the classroom. Let us try to think about this question. As an individual, we have various roles and responsibilities at home, in school, and in the society. Based on your own experience, what is the significance of these roles in your goal achievement? How do these roles help you in pursuing your dreams? So as I said earlier, today we are going to tackle about teacher being a curricularist. But first, let us be familiar with the term curricularist. According to Heinz 1991, a curricularist is an education professional who is a specialist of the curriculum like the teachers. Therefore, it can also be addressed as curricularist teachers. Or in short, they are persons who understands and practices the methods of curriculum. Particularly, as time changes, the roles became challenging and complex for the educators. Seasons change, as well as the needs and the interests. That is why we always need for curriculum reform and revision. That is where the teacher's role is much expected. A teacher is involved in the process of making and developing a curriculum. But how? As a curricularist, a teacher will be knowing, writing, planning, implementing, innovating, initiating, and evaluating the curriculum. In the school and classrooms, just like the role models and advocates in curriculum and curriculum development who have shown the way. Particularly, the role of a teacher is also broader and inclusive. That is why a teacher is also considered as a curricularist. Accordingly, curriculum contains the lessons and academic content taught in a school or in a specific course or program according to edglossary.org. It is also considered as the heart of schooling as it provides developmental strategies or activities suited for the needs of the learners. In school, we have the teacher, but also we have the classroom. So a classroom is considered as the first place of curricular engagement where the students interact and connect with each other, as well as the teachers. A classroom is not just a space for academic learning, but at the same time, it can also be a safe ground for the students to discover and develop themselves, accept other people, to unite and to have fun. The diversity of the learners and the various scenarios and activities that happens inside the classroom contributes to the learning and development of the student. That is why assuring a safe, healthy, educational, and fun classroom is a must. First school experience. These are the students' first impression of the school. Either it will give them motivation or discouragement depending on the scenarios during their first school days. Moreover, it is a critical stage that serves as a basis for learners to understand the idea of schooling and education. That is why it is very important for the teachers and the school staff to give an inspirational and motivational impression of the school to the students. Teachers, they are taught to develop standards and measures education's effectiveness through outcomes and evaluation-based standards. Teachers in school are guided by the following principles: curriculum, learning, feedback, instruction, assessment, teaching, and evaluation. Without doubt, the most important person in the curriculum implementation process is the teacher. With their knowledge, experiences, and competencies, a teacher is central to any curriculum development effort. Better teachers support better learning because they are most knowledgeable about the practice of teaching and are responsible for introducing the curriculum in the classroom. That is according to Alsabay Murfat Ayush, the curriculum development, teacher involvement in curriculum development. Accordingly, they are also the central figure where the success and failure in learning achievement lies in their hands. Shown in the diagram above are the various roles of a teacher as a curricularist. Aside from sharing knowledge and helping the students become the better version of themselves, teachers are also expected to become part of curriculum development. However, without these characteristics and roles, the teacher cannot be considered as one. The role of a teacher in school is very complex. A classroom teacher is involved with curriculum continuously all day. But very seldom has been a teacher described as a curricularist. That is according to Bilbao and Dayagbil in their book The Teacher and the School Curriculum in 2014. Knower or knows the curriculum. The first step is knowing the curriculum, thus making a teacher as a knower. The teacher also acts as a learner in this stage where he researches, reviews, and studies the curriculum. A teacher does not mean that he or she is knowledgeable enough. Remember, as we teach, we also learn because learning is a continuous process among individuals. To know the curriculum, the teacher acquires knowledge in both formal and informal learning. Examples of formal learning are academic fields, studying, graduate degree, PhD, and seminars and workshops. And formal learning are more structured, while informal learning are more flexible. Examples are the first-hand learning like hobbies. Second-hand learning or vicarious learning. Examples are when someone attended a seminar, then he shares it to you, or someone has learned something, then he talks to you or he shares to you what he has learned. The teachers are also expected to master the curriculum content. They need to learn the subject matter or the content, just like how we specializes or majors our subjects in education. The second role is the writer, or the teacher that writes the curriculum. This is a traditional task attributed to being a teacher. Even before, it is the teacher's role to write about the records and the lessons, starting from the notes on the boards, the lesson plans, and the scores or the grades of the students. In relation to the role of being a curricularist, a classroom teacher takes record of knowledge concepts, subject matter, or content. The teacher writes such as books, manuals, instructional guides, laboratory manuals, e-media, or papers. The best example for this are the student handbooks or research papers in school. Third is the planner or the teacher that plans the curriculum. Planning is then considered as an essential step to create a good curriculum. Teachers, on the other hand, are responsible in making yearly, monthly, and daily plan of the curriculum. Planning is needed as it serves as the basis or foundation of curriculum development. It guides the teachers towards who, what, when, how, and why a certain activity is needed. Thus, it is necessary in the implementation or the development of a curriculum. We can relate this one upon building your own dream house. Of course, you need to plan everything, from the materials, finances, the worker, and the model of the house, basing on your interest and needs. This serves as a guide towards engineers or architects to give a step-by-step and effective construction. It keeps everything in place and organized. As for creating or developing a curriculum to the teachers, they need to consider the following factors: learners, support material, time, subject matter or content, desired outcomes, and context of the learners. Moreover, the teacher should also analyze the following foundations of curricular development: the philosophical basis, psychological explanations, historical development, societal demands and influences, to respect every individual's belief and perspective. It is also necessary to create a contemporary curriculum that would suit the needs of the learners and the society as well. Thus, it will serve as guide towards their continuous development to be a better individuals of the community. A good example of planning is the lesson plan or the daily lesson plan of the teachers, which is also considered as the smallest unit that possess all curricular elements. The lesson plan consists of the topics, the objectives or learning outcomes, the materials to be used, the procedures, the evaluation, and the time. This is a detailed guide for the everyday lessons of the teachers. Another example is the course outline for specific courses in the tertiary education. It gives a guide to instructors about the competencies and the topics that should be met in the process of the subject learning or taking. Fourth is the initiator or initiates the curriculum. The teacher is obliged to implement the curriculum in areas or cases where it is recommended. Examples are the regulatory agencies like DepEd, CHED, or TESDA, or maybe international agencies like UNESCO or UNICEF, or other educational agencies that aims for improvement of quality education.
During this stage, the teachers are expected to implement the curriculum for the first time.
Example, the teachers during the initiation of K-12 basic education curriculum.
Of course, the teacher should believe in the capacity of the curriculum first before anyone else, because they are considered as the initiators or the implementers of the curriculum. If they do not have that full trust in the curriculum itself, then what more for the students and other people?
Surely, they will think education as a waste of time and effort if the teachers itself or themselves will lose its confidence towards the curriculum. Also, let us expect difficulties and challenges upon doing things for the first time. Of course, it is always a risk, but accordingly, transformative teachers do not hesitate to discover, try, and do new things despite of the challenges or setbacks. A curricularist teacher always challenges herself and always aim for her learners for the best learning experiences.
The teachers must also adapt quicker to changes because they are the ones who deliver directly the change to the students.
Fifth is the innovator or the one that innovates the curriculum. The curriculum is dynamic as it changes through the needs of time. That is why we need to cope up with its needs and requirements. The teacher uses creativity and innovative skills to meet the contemporary education needs. Particularly, these are the hallmarks of excellent teaching.
Excellent teaching is not all about how intelligent or smart you are as an educator, but it's all about how you implement the curriculum standards of education and how you create a well-established students that are ready for their real-life responsibilities.
As an example, I have here a video about how secondary schools in Singapore adapt to the 21st century teaching strategies through the use of technological devices and equipments.
We look at technology very meaningfully, and we see how can we leverage this technology to make a very significant impact in the classroom instruction. I'll give you an example. In a
The second link is for our local school here in Panubigan, Canlaon City.
Ways and multiple and complex intelligence to be subjectively versatile about race and gender and to power converse approach.
As teachers, it is important to adapt with the demands, needs, and the current interest of the students and the society. Let us remember that students' learning involves the environment and their interest. We need to adapt with what they are currently doing so that we can connect and relate to them. Also, innovation provides various types of opportunities for everyone. It is intended to develop novel or relevant instructions while maintaining the quality of education everybody deserves.
Teachers are expected to be flexible with their ideas, techniques, and strategies for education purposes and of course for the development of the curriculum.
Sixth is the implementer or the one that implements the curriculum. Written words will remain in pages of the books or magazines or manuals, useless and unnecessary if it is not put into action or implementation. The teacher as an implementer gives life to the curriculum to serve its purpose. It is the time where all the elements of the curriculum come to play.
Serving its purpose means making change to the students' learning, like giving them optimistic perspective and
Gives them quality and relevant education that they need in order for them to become an individual that are well equipped as they go on with their journey into the real life. Accordingly, teachers use their facilitating skills to guide the learners to achieve their desired learning outcomes.
It is also considered as the time where teaching became science and an art, a combination of flexible, creative, and logical delivery of curriculum to the students.
Likewise, the success or the failure of the curriculum depends on how it is implemented. So, it is important for the curricularist or the teachers to implement the curriculum well. Professional development of teachers is an important factor contributing to the success of the curriculum development and implementation. When we talk about professional development, it is all about how the teacher handles his responsibility as a professional, particularly in implementing the curriculum in education. That is according to Handler in 2010. The last part is the evaluator, or the one that evaluates the curriculum. In this process, the teacher determines if the desired learning outcomes have been achieved, the curriculum is working and brings desired results, or the outcomes reveal anything. The learners are achieving something, or if there are practices that should be modified, terminated, or continued.
Teacher uses the information or the feedback to determine the area of revision and modification of the curriculum for its improvement and development.
Examples of these are the examinations and the portfolios made by the students, which measures their learning and understanding towards the certain topics or lessons under the curriculum. It is also important as it helps the teacher to determine the lapses, the mistakes, or the efficiency of the curriculum. Through this, the teachers can identify the parts that needs more improvement and development. According to Cronbach 1963, he distinguishes 3 types of decisions for which evaluation is used. First, it is used for course improvement. Second, for decisions about the individuals or the learners. And third, it is to determine or to make administrative regulations. Tyler in 1949 proposes 2 basic approaches to evaluation, which are the scientific and the humanistic. Humanistic includes interviews and surveys, while the scientific includes exams and assessments. To evaluate curricular effectiveness, teachers must identify and describe the curriculum and its objectives first, and then check its contents for accuracy, comprehensiveness, depth, timeliness, and quality. According to the Department of Education in 2002, the schools must take major roles in curriculum design. Particularly, the teachers know more closely than anyone else in the system. They know about learners' experience and needs, so they are in position to apply what is locally relevant and implement with devotion programs that they have designed or chosen themselves.
In a study, teachers are considered as the key agents because they play a very significant role in the curriculum development. According to Collin in 1991, the teachers must be active agents and must be in control of matters inside the classroom
through being able to make decisions with self-confidence. In addition, according to Belongo on their Special Topics in Education textbook, curricularist teachers are also called transformational leaders because they have a clear vision that they are able to articulate their followers.
Therefore, an effective curriculum should reflect the philosophy, goals, objectives, learning experiences, instructional resources, and assessments that comprise a specific educational program.
Teachers' involvement is an important role upon being a curricularist. However, not all teachers can be called curricularists. Particularly, there are certain characteristics, roles, and responsibilities that a teacher should possess and follow to be an effective curricularist, with a prime focus on making and implementing a curriculum suited for the interests and global needs of the learners and the society.